Good afternoon, Shalini ma'am. I am Leena Girme and together with Alka Yadav, we are going to do team teaching today and our method is economics. Our topic for today is government budget and its components. So children, tell me when your parents give you pocket money, what do you do with it? Do you plan for whatever you have to do or you just spend it?
I just spend it.
Okay, but then do you find that when you spend it at by the end of the month or something, then you don't have any cash left in your hand? Is it so?
Yes, I have suffered this many a times, but I don't know. I'm not able to manage it, so I just spend it.
Yes, right. So there is a term called budget that you have to do. So what is a budget? We will see on personal level now. Okay. So children, when your parents give you, let's say 500 rupees to be spent as your pocket money for a complete 1 month. So what do you do with it? You put your fixed expenses, like whatever you will be spending on your travel or whatever you will be spending on your food or your stationery, so you plan that thing. Then you see whatever is saved out of that. And then there are some goals you have to buy some toys or maybe you have to buy some books or something. So you buy from that saved money. And then where do you save it? Either in bank or post office. So something, a plan you chalk out, something about your expenses and something about your savings. So this is called as personal level budget. So also, do you see that when your parents earn, do they also do something like a budgeting when the
Yes,
salary comes?
I have seen him doing, but I never noticed what kind of things he does.
Okay. So once the salary comes in, your parents have to pay some fixed expenses, monthly expenses, maybe the electricity bill, maybe there are some groceries, or there are some unavoidable expenses that they have to pay. And then the remaining money they have to save it. From that saving, also, they have some goals to be set, like let's say now your fees is coming up, you have to, they have to pay your school fees, your college fees, then for your travel they have to pay, or for your tuition fees. So all this is planned accordingly, and then this is your home budget. Okay, so now personal budget and the home budget are on a micro level, on a smaller level. So what is a budget to the government? Similarly, for even Indian government plans a budget for the country to function properly. So budget is something that government budget is, it is an annual statement and it shows item wise estimates of receipts and expenditure during a fiscal year, that is 1st April to 31st March. So what is a budget according to this statement? That it is whatever receipts are going to happen. Receipts is something that is coming in, the income that is generated for the country, and there are some expenses that the government has to do. So considering these two, in a fiscal year is one financial year. And when does it start? It starts every 1st April and the year end is 31st March. So remember this, children, a fiscal year always starts from 1st April and it ends on 31st March. So for a new year, it starts from 1st January and it ends on 31st December, right? So it is something similar. So in India, Article 112 of the Constitution of India requires the central government to prepare annual financial statement for the country as a whole. Now we are talking about macroeconomics, some country as a whole. Now who plans this budget? Central government plans the budget. Now there are also state government. State government plans budget for the state, and local government also plans budget on a local level. So according to the constitution, here the central government has to prepare the annual financial statement. Yes. Now Alka will walk us through the objectives.
Okay, now we'll see the objectives of the government. There are four objectives. First one is the reallocation of resources. In reallocation of the resources, the government tries to reallocate the resources with the help of the taxation concession and the subsidies. In this, the government provides the subsidies to the poor ones so that they could be able to fulfill their needs with the help of this concession, and they provide the high taxes on the commodity to the rich people, like on the commodities they can like buy it, but the poor people who cannot buy it, they provide the subsidies by reducing the tax in it. Okay, and in the
Yes.
second one, the government tries to reduce the inequality in income and wealth. In this, the government tries to reduce with the help of the high tax, income tax on the rich people. Like for example, if their income is more than the 3 lakhs or the 4 lakhs according to the government law, then they have to pay the income tax every month. But if their annual income is below 3 lakhs, then they have to, there is no need to pay the income tax to the government. So in this way, the government tries to maintain the, manage the income of the poor and the rich, so that they can buy the commodities, and we can increase, we can be in the economic growth and the development. Okay, so is it clear with the two objectives of the government budget?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now the next is the economic stability. Do you have any idea how this economic stability comes?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so in this economic stability, the government manage it with the help of surplus when there is the inflation situation, and deficit when there is the deflation situation. When there is the boom in the country, then the situation of inflation and the deflation arises. So at that time, the government raises the price when there is the inflation, because the government knows now the people have the money, so they can buy the commodity, and at that time they are demanding more, and we don't have that resources, though so much supply. So that's why, to manage that, to stabilize that, the government rises the price. And when there is less demand at the time of deflation, because people are not having the money at that time, they reduces the price, so there's a fall in the price. So by this, the government tries to stabilize the economy in the government budget. Okay, with the help of government
Yes.
budget. So is it clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now the last one is the management of the public enterprises. Whatever the public and public enterprises are available in the country, in this the government tries to manage it. And in this, for this, there are many types of expenses, expenditures, which we will see in the next slides. Components of the government budget. Government budgets have the two components, that is the revenue budget and the capital budget. In the revenue budget, there are two types, that is the revenue receipts and the revenue expenditure. So in these two things are taken, this revenue receipts is taken from the government, sorry, taken from the public, and again it is expenditure, it is expenses of the public only, used on the public only. And in the capital budget, it is the capital receipts and the capital expenditure of during a fiscal year, which deals with the capital aspects of the government budget, that is the money aspects of the government budget, which is either creating the liability or reducing the assets. Okay, understood, everyone? So in
Yes,
this
ma'am.
revenue budget, there are two types of budgets, that is the revenue expenditure and the revenue receipts. In revenue receipts, there is a tax revenue and non-tax revenue receipts. So in this way, the government tries to take the money, take the revenues from the public, and on the basis of those revenues and the payments which they have got from the public, they uses for the expenses of the enterprises, public enterprises. Whatever the expenses are there for the fiscal year, they utilize that on with the help of these revenue receipts. Okay, so in this way we can say this is neither creating the liability nor causing any reduction in the assets. So I hope you all are cleared with the components of the budget.
Yes, ma'am, all clear.
Okay, now we'll see the quiz.
Yes. So quiz time, children. Let's see the first one. In India, which government is required to prepare annual financial statement? So your options are state government, central government, and local government. Yes, you may answer.
I guess state government.
Okay, let us see. On the slide, we had covered that the annual financial statement for the fiscal year, it is prepared by the central government. All right, children. Yes, pay attention next time. Yes, the next one. Yes. Dash is the year which begins on 1st April and ends on 31st March of the following year. So what is the name of the year that we have seen? Is it the current year? Is it the fiscal year? Is it the new year? Or none of these?
Ma'am, I guess you explained a fiscal year. Because
Yes,
New Year,
right.
you said that New Year starts from 1st January to 31st December. And you said fiscal year starts from 1st April to 31st of March. Is it correct, ma'am?
Yes, wonderful. Very good answer. You were attentive. Yes, it's fiscal year. Yes. So Alka ma'am will get the next MCQ for you.
Okay, so now the next question is economic growth means increasing per capita income over a period of time. Economic growth objective of government budget depends on dash, that is the options are profit maximization, rate of saving and investment. Third one is fair distribution of income and removal of poverty. Which one is the correct answer?
Is it the profit maximization?
No, not profit maximization. It is the rate of saving and the investment.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now the next one is the which objective of government budget increases equality in the society. First one, redistribution of income and wealth. Second one, economic stability. Third, allocation of resources. And the last one, economic growth.
Yes, I remember this one very clearly. It was the first objective, the redistribution of income and wealth.
Yes, very good. Very correct. Okay, now Leena ma'am, she will give you the next question for the MCQs.
Okay. Reducing inequality of income and wealth also is known as, is it the taxation policy, saving and investment, taxation, or economic stability? What is it called?
Ma'am, I guess Alka ma'am explained about the taxation policies.
Yes, wonderful. It was the
policies, I guess.
taxation policy. Yes, it reduces the inequality of income and wealth. So that is the taxation policy. Correct.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
An annual statement of the estimated receipts and expenditure of the government over the fiscal year is known as, yes, children, you can see the options.
Ma'am,
Yes,
without telling
budget.
the options, I can say it is the budget. Because you
Yes,
have
it is the
explained it
topic
so
of the
well.
day. Okay, yes. Yes, the next two Alka ma'am will take you through.
Okay, so which of the following is an example of direct tax? A, V.ed,
Yes.
that is value added tax. B, excise duty. C, entertainment tax. And D, income tax.
Yes, ma'am, the direct tax is the income tax because it is the person's income is charged and the person himself has to pay it.
Yes.
So it is the direct tax.
Yes, correct. Yes. So who is imposed is directly paying the tax.
Tax.
Okay, the next question is, the amount collected by the government as taxes and duties is known as dash. A, capital receipt.
Tax revenue receipts, ma'am, because it
Yes,
is the taxes that are collected.
yes, very good, very good. So directly we are collecting the taxes. So this is the tax revenue, not the non-tax revenue. And capital receipts, it cannot be, because it is capital receipts is either creating the liability or reducing our assets. Yes, so correct.
Yes, ma'am.
So now the next last two questions, Lina ma'am will ask you.
Okay. How many types of revenue receipts are there? Do you remember the revenue receipts?
Yes, ma'am. Revenue receipts, ma'am, she explained revenue receipts are revenue receipts, ma'am, two. Huh. Tax revenue and non-tax revenue. Huh, ma'am, two. Yes.
Yes, tax revenue and the non-tax revenue. Yes, right. Very correct. Let's look at the next one. The amount collected by the government in the form of interest, fees, and dividend is known as.
Ma'am, non-tax revenue receipts. Because they are
Yes,
the
because
non-tax revenue, means we are paying on our fees, the penalties. So this is non-tax revenue.
yes, right. So all these are examples of non-tax revenue receipts. Yes. Yes, student. Now we will go through a video. Yes, Alka ma'am, you want to explain about the video?
Yes, children, this is a very important video. Why? Because 3 4 days back, our finance minister, she explained first of all they have analyzed this budget, and after the analysis they have come on through some outcomes, some, we can say, the solution for the economy, where they can generate the employment. So we know that our country is lacking behind it, like there are so many people who are unemployed because of some reasons. So in this year, the government have introduced the 60 lakh employment till 1st April, means on the 1st April they are going to implement it. So this is the must watch video for you all. I suggest you all, I have given you the link, and I will also share this link on the group. So you must watch this video and come up with the ideas. This will be your homework for today, so that we can start with this analysis and we can do the discussion in the class for the next session. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So as Alka ma'am has told you, children, you have to watch this video. This is based on today's discussion, and there is more about it. This is a real-time video connected to our today's topic, and you have to watch this, come up with your own ideas about it, and we will discuss in our upcoming class. Yes, so let's end our session here, Alka ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So all of you do the homework, and bye everyone. Take care.
Yes, bye.